Morning guys, welcome back to the cave. What I'm going to do today is, well, not have a discussion because I've got nobody to talk to, but whether you should colour figured wood or not. What I've got on the lathe at the moment is a piece of sycamore which is highly figured. It's about 10 inches in diameter, maybe an inch and a half thick, something like that. I've already finished the bottom off, and I finished it with some sand and sealer and some Danish oil. So when I adjust the camera, you can see what that looks like. I've done no colour on this at all. I'm going to flip it over, turn the top, and I'm going to be doing some colouring on that. At the end, when I take it into the house, I'll take photographs of both the top and the bottom, so you can decide on whether I should have coloured it or whether I shouldn't have coloured it. So I'll just get the camera adjusted and we'll get on and do some turning. Right, so here's the bottom of the dish. As you can see, it's got a knot running through here. There's another one here, another one here, and it's got some absolutely gorgeous ripple going through at various points as well. So that's been finished just with sand and sealer and Danish oil. And we'll just get it flipped over. I'm just going to get the top turned. So I'm using me 5/8 bull gouge with a fingernail profile, and I'm turning around about 1200. And I'm just going to get the top straightened off first. Now the grain in this is going absolutely everywhere. I'm just going to use a negative rate scraper and see if I can flatten it out a bit. there we have it. It's quite a shallow dish. I'm really using it just to highlight the colouring. So what I'll do now, I'll get it sanded down. I'm going to sand it down to about 400. I'll not show that on the video, and then we'll come back and get some colouring done. Right, so that's it sanded down to 400. I'm going to put a base coat. I'm using Intrinsic colours from Hampshire Sheen. I'm going to put a base coat of black on. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to knock it back with 400 grit abrasive, and then I'm going to put a couple of different colours on, probably the straw and the ruby. That's probably what I'm going to be using to colour it. So I'll just get on and do the base coat first. Right, so I'll just switch off while that dries, and then we'll come back and knock it back in. Right, so I'm just going to come back now, knock that back with 400 grit, and then we'll put some different colours on. I'm putting the dust extractor on so there'll be a bit of noise. Take a bit more off for that. Just cleaning out some of the dust out of the grain there. Just give that a wipe off. The first colour I'm going to use is the straw, and what I'm wanting to do is get it all over this area here where there's lots of ripple. And I might just highlight this big branch, I think it was coming out of here. And now I'm going to come in with the ruby to do the rest. fairly light to start off with. And trying to blend the two colours in when I get to the straw. And there's a bit of ripple going on through here as well, so I'll stick some straw on that. And I think I'm going to call that done. So what I'll do now, I'll let this dry. I could, in fact I will. I'll just use my air gun just to dry that off. And I'm going to use some spray-on acrylic standing sealer to go over the top. Nice quick wipe over. Again, I'll use the hot air gun just to dry it off. Now I'm going to use a very fine Scotch-Brite pad just to knock that sand and sealer back a bit. And there we go. I think for this one what I'll use is a polyurethane spray-on gloss finish. I'll let that dry, and then that'll be us done. I'll just adjust the camera again just to finish off with.